The third batch of declassified UAP files were released by the Department of War on June 12, 2026. This latest tranche contains 72 declassified files featuring 6 videos, 53 documents, 10 images, and 3 audio recordings from NASA. These materials have been sourced from the CIA, FBI, DoD, NASA, and other intelligence agencies. As with the first 2 batches, these latest files can be viewed by the public on the official Department of War UAP site. As with the previous releases, the government takes no definitive stance on extraterrestrial origins. So what exactly do we have here? It's a curiously mixed bag, to be sure. I'm particularly interested in the videos depicting glowing orbs. Other videos are merely artistic renderings of eyewitness accounts. Does that count as evidence? Maybe. Let's dive into this. One file, titled Northeastern Orb Sightings, contains a video shot in the backyard of a witness in July 2025, showing intense bright lights. The light was hovering above 25 feet off the ground below a tree line near their house. The orb was described by the witness as being a brilliant red sphere, 1 meter in diameter. The center appeared as a white plasma sun, the size of a basketball. A second orb was observed floating above this orb. Another thing that immediately caught my eye was an image from an FBI file depicting a UAP that looked remarkably like a flying giant aspirin pill. I was immediately disappointed to learn, upon reading the description, that said image was in fact an artistic interpretation of a 2022 incident potentially involving a UAP near Colorado Springs, Colorado. Though the image was derived from a first-hand narrative account, it was nonetheless fake. I'm thinking to myself, couldn't the government do better than this? It would hardly hold up in the court of public opinion, let alone in a court of law. With that said, I was intrigued to discover, upon reading the accompanying report, that the geographic location this alleged UAP was pictured flying over was none other than Cheyenne Mountain. For those who don't know, Cheyenne Mountain hides the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, a legendary top-secret military installation and nuclear bunker built deep under 2,000 feet of solid granite in Colorado Springs. Originally the primary headquarters for NORAD, it is now an alternative command center designed to survive doomsday scenarios. It has been a long-standing contention of ufologists that UAP activity is concentrated around nuclear facilities and military installations. Cheyenne Mountain falls under this categorization. Another area known to attract UAP activity is NASA, and particularly their space missions. There are a number of intriguing audio files included in this latest file dump presenting NASA astronauts' observations in space.
I'd like to turn to one observation reported from orbit that has interested us a great deal, and that was the flash that was reported. I haven't seen, I understand the transcript hasn't yet been typed.
I haven't seen it yet, so that's my only hope for pinning down the time.
If you
get
can,
it to about 5 minutes with that, I think.
if you can help us pin down the time and roughly the location, and we'll certainly look at our records, and that would be an important piece of data if we recorded that. Would like to ask, was this a colored flash or a white flash?
It was white.
How does it differ from the kind of thing you get with a cosmic ray impact on your brain?
I didn't see any of those.
He didn't see any of those.
I see.
Redhead.
The one cosmic flashes.
Well, we're very much excited by that. As far as I know, it's the first report of a transient event of some nature that's been seen from orbit.
I just have to wait for I should have written it down, and it just didn't occur to me to write it down.
Did we get a time on it at all, Ken? Or
It's on the DSC.
it's on the DSC?
And if I ever get that, I'll...
Well, then we would correlate any information we get from the seismic devices.
Yeah, how about its persistence? Did it just...
No, it was just a flash, and the way I happened to notice it, I was looking at a horizon that was showing up from solar corona or zodiacal light, whatever you want to call it, in that region. It was very shortly after we lost the signal from Earth, and I was watching stars pop up over the horizon, and got this flash, which was in size was about, I wasn't looking directly at it at the time it happened down in the side of my vision, but it was brighter than the brightest star that I had in the field of view at the time, and I had the feeling that it was in physical or angular size, it was equivalent to the size of the larger stars in my perceived vision. But it was just an instantaneous flash, and it took a couple of seconds for it to soak into me that it wasn't just a star popping up over the horizon, but rather it had been distinctly below the horizon.
I've looked at the gravity profile, and it doesn't seem to correlate at all.
We don't.
Actually, the laser data correlates better with... There's no gravity in the backside, okay, but on the front side...
Understand.
It correlates pretty well with the laser data, which shows great big hole here in the backside of the moon around Fendigraph, and that's where we get our big hole, but I can't see any scientific justification for connecting the two results.
I will add, to remind you, the gamma ray
Yes, that's true.
secondary peak is also at Fendigraph. I don't know what it means. But
Could be an alien star base or something. I don't know. Anyway, the next slide shows the front side of the moon.